The bond among Muslims, Israelites, and Palestinians runs deep, shaped by a shared history and interconnected faith. Despite ongoing conflicts, this intricate relationship reveals a kinship that threads through centuries, cultures, and shared narratives. Understanding these connections can foster a sense of unity and peace among these communities. Who are the Muslims? Ancient ruins reflecting a shared past among three cultures. Muslims are the followers of Islam, one of the world's most widely practiced religions, established on the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad in the 7th century CE. The core belief of Islam centers on the oneness of God, Allah, and following the guidance revealed in the Quran, the holy book of Islam. Globally, Muslims represent a rich diversity, with communities ranging from the Middle East to Southeast Asia. The two dominant sects within Islam, Sunni and Shia, together comprise about 85% to 90% of the Muslim population. Within this vast community, a sense of brotherhood prevails, breaking down geographical and cultural barriers. The key tenets of Islam, faith in one God, belief in Muhammad as his messenger, and adherence to Islamic law, Sharia, bring Muslims together, affirming their unity. Who are the Israelites? A historical site symbolizing shared heritage and historical ties. The Israelites are an ancient people who trace their ancestry to Jacob, who was also known as Israel. These descendants, numbering about 14 million today across various Jewish communities, include the 12 tribes derived from Jacob's sons. Their historical narrative is extensively documented in the Hebrew Bible, outlining their journey from slavery in Egypt to settling in the Promised Land. Throughout centuries of diaspora, the identity of the Israelites has evolved, deeply rooted in traditions, practices, and historical experiences. Presently, this enduring connection to their ancestral land significantly influences ongoing discussions around land rights and cultural identity among Jews, Muslims, and Palestinians. The modern-day state of Israel, with about 9 million citizens, includes approximately 6.8 million Jews, highlighting their continued connection to the land. Who is Abraham, the prophet? Abraham is a pivotal figure in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, regarded as a prophet and founding patriarch. In the Hebrew Bible, he enters a covenant with God, promising that his numerous descendants would inherit the land of Canaan. In Islam, Abraham, or Ibrahim, is honored as a model of obedience to God. His readiness to sacrifice his son Ishmael, is commemorated during Eid al-Adha, a major Islamic holiday celebrated by over 1.8 billion Muslims worldwide. His legacy persists through teachings that reinforce faith, perseverance, and community, underscoring a bond among billions that fosters dialogue and understanding. Who is Muhammad, the prophet? Muhammad, regarded as the final prophet in Islam, was born in Mecca around 570 CE. His revelations, recorded in the Quran, emphasize moral integrity, social justice, and compassion. Despite facing challenges, Muhammad successfully built a strong community of believers. His teachings have fundamentally shaped the lives of Muslims, influencing approximately 1.9 billion individuals today. His emphasis on unity and kinship has encouraged diverse communities to connect across cultural and ethnic lines, fostering collaboration and understanding. Who is Jacob in the Quran and Bible Jacob in the Bible? In the Bible, Jacob, also known as Israel, is a significant patriarch whose story is primarily found in the book of Genesis. He is the son of Isaac and Rebekah and the grandson of Abraham, making him a key figure in the Abrahamic lineage. Jacob's life is marked by a series of profound events, including his struggle for his birthright and blessing, which he famously obtained through cunning means. This pivotal moment occurs when he deceives his father Isaac, who is blind, into giving him the blessing meant for his older brother, Esau. Jacob's journey continues as he flees from Esau's wrath and travels to Haran, where he encounters Laban, his mother's brother. During his time there, Jacob marries Leah and Rachel, Laban's daughters, and fathers 12 sons who become the ancestors of the 12 tribes of Israel. One of the most notable events in Jacob's life is his wrestling match with an angel, after which he is renamed Israel, meaning he who struggles with God. This name change signifies his transformation in the establishment of a covenantal relationship with God, which is a central theme in the biblical narrative. Jacob in the Quran. In the Quran, Jacob, referred to as Yaqub, holds a revered position as one of the prophets of Islam. His story is mentioned in several chapters, including Surah Al-Baqarah and Surah Yusuf. The Quran emphasizes Jacob's faithfulness and patience during trials, particularly in relation to his son Yusuf, whose own story is elaborated upon in great detail. The Quran recounts how Jacob was deeply saddened by the loss of Joseph, who was sold into slavery by his brothers. Despite the heartache, Jacob remains steadfast in his belief that he will one day be reunited with his beloved son. One of the key aspects of Jacob's portrayal in the Quran is his unwavering faith in God's mercy and plan. He is depicted as a loving father who prays for his sons and teaches them the importance of faith and righteousness. The Quran also highlights the theme of divine providence, illustrating how Jacob's trials ultimately lead to the fulfillment of God's plan for his family. The relationship between Jacob and his sons, especially Joseph, serves as a powerful narrative about forgiveness, reconciliation, and the complexities of familial bonds. Comparative analysis. While both the Bible and the Quran present Jacob as a pivotal figure in the lineage of the faithful, their narratives emphasize different aspects of his character and experiences. In the Bible, Jacob's cunning and complex personality are explored in greater detail, showcasing his flaws and virtues throughout his life. In contrast, the Quran focuses more on his role as a prophet and a model of patience and faith, highlighting his deep emotional connection to his family and his reliance on God during times of hardship. Both texts underscore the importance of Jacob's legacy, as he is seen as the father of the Israelites in the Bible and a respected prophet in Islam. The stories of Jacob serve not only as historical accounts, but also as moral lessons that resonate with themes of faith, perseverance, and the importance of family ties across both religious traditions. Is Muhammad Allah and Jacob from the Bible related? The relationship of Jacob to Muhammad Jacob, known as Yaqub in Arabic, is a significant figure in both the Bible and the Quran. In the Judeo-Christian tradition, Jacob is one of the patriarchs of the Israelites, the son of Isaac and the grandson of Abraham. His story is detailed in the book of Genesis, where he is known for his 12 sons, who became the ancestors of the 12 tribes of Israel. In Islamic tradition, Jacob is also revered as a prophet. The Quran mentions him in several verses, highlighting his faith and his role in the lineage of prophets. Muslims believe that both Jacob and Muhammad are part of a prophetic lineage that includes many other figures such as Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. This lineage emphasizes the continuity of divine revelation across different eras and communities. Kinship and lineage. When considering the question of kinship, it is important to note that both Muhammad and Jacob are believed to be descendants of Abraham. In Islamic tradition, Ibrahim, is considered a father of many nations, and both Jews and Arabs trace their ancestry back to him. Jacob is a key figure in the Jewish tradition, while Muhammad is viewed as a descendant through his son Ishmael, who is recognized in Islamic teachings as the ancestor of many Arab peoples. This shared ancestry highlights a theological connection between the two figures, although they belong to different religious narratives. The concept of kinship in this context is not merely biological, but also spiritual, as both figures are integral to the broader story of divine guidance and revelation in their respective faiths. Conclusion. In summary, Muhammad is not Allah. Rather, he is a prophet who conveys the message of Allah to humanity. Jacob, while an important biblical figure, is connected to Muhammad through their shared heritage as descendants of Abraham. This relationship underscores the interconnectedness of the Abrahamic faiths, which include Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, each with its unique interpretations and beliefs about God, prophecy, and lineage. Understanding these distinctions and connections is crucial for a deeper appreciation of the theological frameworks within which these figures are revered. The diversity among Jews, a historical perspective. Jewish identity has a rich history shaped by unique experiences and communities. Notably, Jewish groups such as Ashkenazi, Sephardi, and Mizrahi have distinct cultural practices and customs. Ashkenazi Jews primarily settled in Eastern Europe, with their customs reflecting Yiddish culture and language. In contrast, Sephardi Jews, who migrated to the Iberian Peninsula and beyond, often communicate in Ladino. Historical experiences, such as the Holocaust, which led to the loss of 6 million lives, further complicated Jewish identity, but reinforced the importance of interconnections within and between these communities. The connection between Ashkenazi Jews, Muslims, and Israelites. The shared ancestry of Ashkenazi Jews, Muslims, and Israelites finds its roots in Abraham, the common patriarch. This legacy emphasizes a narrative of interconnected relationships defined by both faith and land. Periods of harmony existed, such as the Golden Age of Spain, when cultural, philosophical, and scientific exchanges flourished between Jewish, Muslim, and Christian communities. Acknowledging these shared narratives can highlight common values that encourage cooperation rather than conflict. The Palestinians and their connection to Abraham. The Palestinian people, who trace their roots back to the ancient region known as Canaan, consider Abraham a significant figure in their identity. Just like the Israelites, they claim historical and spiritual connections to the land. The ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict often stems from these intertwined narratives surrounding land and identity. Both groups assert ties to the land, highlighting the importance of dialogue that recognizes shared histories. This relationship presents an opportunity to find common ground and mutual respect amidst ongoing challenges. The kinship of Abraham and Muhammad hold essential roles as prophets in their respective faiths. Their teachings emphasize similar themes of faith and obedience, cultivating community ties across generations. In Islamic belief, Muhammad continues the prophetic tradition started by Abraham, reinforcing their spiritual kinship. Recognizing this connection can inspire interfaith dialogue, promoting understanding amidst diversity and fostering a sense of shared purpose. A shared Holy Land. The call for unity. The Holy Land is central to the faiths of Muslims, Jews, and Christians, often perceived as a source of division rather than a shared heritage. Islam teaches that this land was given to Abraham's descendants, binding Muslims, Israelites, and Palestinians through a common legacy that has persisted for over 3,000 years. Embracing the idea of shared guardianship over this sacred space can transform conflict into collaboration. Ongoing territorial disputes tend to focus on differences, overshadowing the kinship that exists among these communities. Recognizing one another as kin can pave the way for constructive dialogues focused on peace and understanding. The Quran and the message of kinship. The Quran promotes the idea of humanity as one family, intertwined through divine guidance. It emphasizes compassion and mutual respect, advocating for the idea that land should foster harmony rather than division. Ultimately, the Quran calls for unity, highlighting that the land belongs to all of humanity. Continuous competition over territory distracts from the fundamental teachings of fostering inclusive communities. Embracing this message can offer hope for a future where diversity is celebrated and coexistence is a cherished part of our shared human journey. Promoting togetherness for salvation. The intertwined narratives of Muslims, Israelites, and Palestinians underscore the necessity for collective unity. The teachings of both Abraham and Muhammad inspire all descendants to transcend their differences, embracing their shared heritage. In our increasingly divided world, building relationships that foster understanding and empathy is crucial. Acknowledging each other as kin can lead communities toward mutual respect and collaboration for a brighter future. Identifying and bridging the divides within shared histories can cultivate peace, transforming sites of contention into spaces of unity. A call for connection. The relationships among Muslims, Israelites, and Palestinians are deeply rooted in shared ancestry, prophetic teachings, and a divine promise. The principles evident in the lives of Abraham and Muhammad reveal pathways toward kinship and joint stewardship of the Holy Land. By acknowledging the interconnectedness of these groups and honoring their common stories, we can build bridges of cooperation and respect. Through constructive dialogue and commitment to friendship, we can hope for a united existence that embraces diversity and encourages harmony.